So what'd you guys get for Christmas? Oh, it's March. Yeah, that's right. Ow. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. So earlier this year, I made a video where I had pretty much a wish list of updates I would like to see in Bloxburg come to 2025. We're only 3 months in. Can't really say too much. We've only had one actual update this year, and that was the Valentine's stuff. And that was a pretty solid one. It was everything I expected, and I didn't have my hopes too high or anything. So there was no disappointment. There was nothing as long as you keep your expectations a reasonable level, then you'll never get disappointed, which is kind of not gonna lie, it's a sad thing, but it's the reality. This is going to be a very interesting year. There's a lots to expect. I feel like a lot of people have many expectations. We have kind of confirmed, but we don't know when. There's going to be a school coming this year. There's going to be a new map coming this year, which is going to be super exciting. Can't wait to see what that's going to be like. And they are hard at work on that. They've told us this. Once again, we don't know when. I think there's plenty more. There's definitely plenty more that we don't know of. So I decided to make another list of things that I would like to see. This is kind of the part 2 of my wish list. It doesn't have to be in 2025, but it's definitely something I would love to see for Bloxburg in the future, of course. So you'll notice from this list, there's a lot of gameplay things because right now, if I had to be super honest, Bloxburg is boring at the moment. Just full transparency. I feel like this is a part of the year in Bloxburg where things are really slow. We can't really expect too much yet. And so a lot of us are probably bored of it, whether it's from a building burnout or just from the game burnout. I've certainly felt it. I don't know if you guys too. If you're still having fun with the game, I'm glad, but let me know in the comments if you're also just kind of waiting and just a little burnt out at the moment. Who knows? People are busy as well with school and work and stuff. So enough of me yapping. Let's get to this list. So coming at number 1, more hobbies. A feature Bloxburg added in last year was bug hunting. So with bug hunting, you have a net out and you have this little status that tells you if a catchable bug is nearby or not. You can just grab a bug and catch it and it goes into your inventory. I love this type of feature where, if you're actually bored of Bloxburg, you don't know what to do, if you don't want to build or you don't want to roleplay, you have these other little things in the game for you to do. And they did add a daily task as well to help out with this. And they literally said, you don't know what to do in Bloxburg, here's what you can do. Some objectives, you have 3 objectives. I hope they add in even more hobbies to the game. So, bug hunting is a great one, but I feel I could be very wrong. I don't have the actual statistics or anything. I'm sure most of us have kind of finished the bug hunting stuff. Obviously, they can do more with this, but I hope they add in things like fishing, something similar to bug hunting. You can grab a fishing rod. Technically we have this item, if you type in fishing rod, cast it out, but it's just mainly a roleplay thing. It's not actually functional. You could pretend to fish, it's perfect for your roleplay movies and stuff. I would love for them to add fishing to the game. Similar to how you actually do the fishing job, you'll be able to see something in the water, bite at your bait, reel it up, and you'll be able to collect a certain fish. I hope they add that to the game. We can collect some fishes, so that way we can, have more to our collection, not just bugs. I've mentioned this before when they added bug hunting, but they need to add a journal, some sort of collection, some sort of journal to let you know how many specific things you've caught and to also let you know what else you still need to catch, because having that information is just really nice, especially for people who are completionists, people who want to collect all the things in the game. I think it'd be nice to have a journal just to oh yeah, there you go, you finished your collection, good job. And then maybe once you finish that collection, you get a little trophy, a fishing trophy or a bug hunting trophy. So there's that. More hobbies that they could add could be when the crafting skill gets added, they could add in pottery. You could make your own vases, however you want to say that. You could make plates, you could make cups, mugs, crochet, stitching, I don't know. Any type of hobby would be really nice to have in the game. Fun gameplay features, something else to do. Yeah, and of course they all come with their own collections and trophies and stuff, just so that you have a reason to do it. I don't know, toy making, florist hobby where you can make flowers. Woodworking too. Woodworking would be a fun hobby. Or ice sculpting. They could literally take the ice sculpting minigame and turn that into a hobby that we could do on our own plots and stuff. There's so many possibilities. I know this isn't a priority right now. They have a lot of things that they're working on for the future. So coming at number 2, make cooking more fun. I know this is not really a priority, and this is just it's a small thing, but I'm sure many people thought of it before. Cooking right now in the game, it's super easy. You can just go to your fridge, take whatever type of meal you want to make out from it, and then when you actually get to making the food, you have a bit of a mini game where you like touch the buttons or press something on your keyboard if you're on a computer. Like, this is great. There's nothing wrong with this at all. It would be more interesting if they made cooking like an actual mini game. So like, for example, if you went to Bloxburg, you know how we have to actually like connect the dots and stuff when we chop up vegetables. There's a few buttons to press at a certain time when you're grilling and frying stuff. Assembling a burger where you drag and drop a lot of things. I hope they do something like that with cooking in general for this game, just to make it more fun, because right now cooking in this game is boring in my opinion. I'm sure many of us think it's boring. It feels like a chore. There's nothing too lively about it. I mean, yeah, it's easy, it's nice, and I think that's great. You know, as long as it stays easy, I think it's good, but make it more fun, you know, make us do these drag and drops, press these buttons. They also need to add in cooking sounds. It is lifeless. That's one of the flaws in Bloxburg that they're correcting right now. Like lately they've added in like footstep sounds. They've added in birds. I don't know if they added in crickets or anything like that, but they're trying to make the game feel more lively. But right now, one of Bloxburg's problems is it's too quiet. It's way too quiet still for certain things. When you're putting stuff in the oven, you don't hear the oven actually making any noise. You just see it. You just see the oven closing and opening. I think sounds are such a important thing for the game. Sound design is super important for a game, and I think it should not be overlooked, you know? It's planned, of course, I bet. Coming at number 3, more mini games in general in Bloxburg. So as an example, when you go onto the computer and stuff and you press play, you have a bunch of like options like Work at a Pizza Place, Bloxburg, Ping Pong, Apocalypse Rising, Lumber Tycoon 2. I wish they made it so that you can actually go on the computer, if possible, to actually play certain mini games, like a Bloxburg version of Uno, Bloxburg version of Connect 4, which there's so many clones of Connect 4, it's not really like, I don't think it would be a problem to add in. And it's super easy to play the game. You literally connect 4 things. They could make it so that you can actually play ping pong. Like ping pong as a game would be really fun. When people go into the game and they don't want to build or roleplay, they actually can just do like fun little games within Bloxburg itself with their friends or with family. Could you imagine getting your group of friends to be like, hey, you want to go play some Uno or like Connect 4 in Bloxburg? It would help the game with like visits. It would help just to have people casually join the game just to play games within Bloxburg itself. I think that would be really nice. Within build mode, we do have like card games and stuff. They have games like Extremers Card Game Deck. Like they have this Riverside Estates board game. I hope in the future they make these actually functional too. When you play with this, it's just, yeah, it's for roleplay. It's not actually functional. I hope they make this a real game in the future. All right, so coming at number 4, this is a build mode request, but whenever you're building with other people, let's say you're, you know, building with your friends, or you're doing like a little build battle with a lot of strangers and stuff, it would be nice to be able to see who's doing exactly what. Another person were to put down a wall, you could see their name in like a certain color or something right in that like spot. And someone's like messing up the build, you'll actually get to see who exactly is messing up the build, and you could like take them out, of course, because yeah, that's a I feel like that's a really important thing. Like, I know you should only give co-owner to people you trust, but it would be nice anyways, like if you're building with a bunch of different people, to know who's doing what. Like if someone were to color a wall, if someone were to color a wall different material, you can still see their name pop up and like it'll say changed material or something. I don't know. I feel like in general this would be great, but it would be super great for content creators because there's a lot of build battles out there, cooperative videos. Yeah. I don't know, and if people don't like that, if it's too much in the way, maybe that could be a feature in the options to toggle it. Similar how we have the towing timer, parking area stuff. If you don't want to see who's doing exactly what, you can turn it off. And I'm sure that's been requested. Maybe it is a planned feature in the far future. That sounds funny. And if there's a bad person, you can kick them out real easily, expose them for what they are. Okay, coming at number 5, another build mode feature. And I've mentioned this before in a video. I think this is one of the old things I've requested. Budget limiter. Yes, a budget limiter. Let's say you're building in Bloxburg and you're like, okay, I don't want to spend too much money. So you could give yourself a budget within build mode itself. Like there could be a button on the side here. Like you could totally add another feature on the side. It'll have like a little pop-up similar to how like how much money you want to donate to somebody. You could type in the amount that you want to limit yourself to. People who want to spend their money wisely, and for content creators who like to do builds that cost a certain amount of money. It would be great for challenges too. Coming at number 6, custom rooms, like pre-built rooms. So in Bloxburg, we have the house catalog where we place down pre-built homes that other people made. And right now this is for content creators and like developers and stuff. It's very limited right now. What if in build mode, we had like a category where it's like pre-built rooms and stuff, where you had like a bunch of different rooms to choose from that you could place down. Like, let's say, okay, I'm just gonna build something random right now. This is the worst plot to do it on. Like, certain objects in it already placed for you. This is good for like people who don't like building, who don't know how to build really. I think that's gonna benefit the most. Obviously, you could be like, hey, just get better at building. I think this would be a cool feature. Just have pre-built rooms and stuff that you can place down. And the ability to even be able to save like a room or something. Like, let's say you really like a bathroom and you want to save it. That is definitely something that won't happen for a long time, but let's just say it could in the future. That'd be pretty neat to be able to save a whole room and be able to place it down again somewhere else. Okay, so coming at number 7. So this is kind of like similar to like the cooking thing that I mentioned with like the sounds and stuff, but sound effects for many different items and appliances. Yes, so like most of the appliances are super quiet that we use. So far, I think the only appliances that have sounds is obviously the blender, but even that is a little janky. The microwave does have a sound and it does beep when it's ready. Okay, there's a lot of other items in the game itself that don't have any sounds. Like, let's say you open up a book. It just, you know, there's no opening book sound effect. There are sound effects for opening and closing a book, so I feel like that needs to be a thing. Maybe if you like pick up your keys, you can hear like the key chain jingle or something. I don't know, like that's not a good one, but you know what I mean. When you pick up keys, there's that key sound effect. When you're typing on the computer, you need some keyboard sounds as well, right? Like, things like that also help the game. I think this is kind of a repeat of one of my other suggestions, but yeah, we just need more sound effects for appliances and more items because it's way too quiet. You know, there's a lot of times where I expect, you know, a certain object or furniture would have a sound effect, but it doesn't, and I get disappointed. I don't know why. I set myself up for that, not gonna lie. Even this Stanley Cup doesn't have a sound effect. Like, when you drink out of the Stanley Cup, there's no like slurp sound, you know, like all right, so coming at number 8, I feel like we need more daily quests. I know this is a pretty early feature. Like, they have quite a bit of daily objectives to do. There's a really good list of it, but I feel like they should add even more. There's a lot of repeats, like knock on a door. Yeah, seen that before. Donate money, seen that before. This fast food worker thing is been done so many times. I don't know, cook something that's at least level 1 or level 2. Drive yourself over to a certain area. I feel like maybe that's a quest already. I don't know, I've never really noticed it, but yeah, maybe drive yourself over to a gas station on the highway. Drive yourself over to City Hall. Drive yourself to the movie theater. In any type of vehicle would be a fun objective. Simple but fun. Get 5 fishes from the fisherman job. Make 10 pizzas as a pizza baker. I feel like they could add so many more daily objectives. Right now, I don't really keep up with them on my main account because I don't need money, and also it's just repeats right now. I love that they added it. No complaints about it, really. But I hope they add more. Okay, lastly, number 9, I've already mentioned this, but like, please let us edit our roofs, you know, be able to rescale our roofs when they're placed down, because what if you don't like a certain roof height? You don't like a certain thickness of the roof? Literally edit roofs, please. Let us edit the roofs while they're already placed. Maybe even be able to like change up the points as well while they're already down. That way you can make it longer if you like. I don't know, change up the roof completely while it's already down would be great. Okay, that's my number 9. Very simple. And I think that's my list. Hopefully these are things that you guys will love as well. I'm sure there's plenty more for them to add because this game has so much more potential, but I'm still excited to see what this game will bring us in this year. The map coming soon. We have the school coming, potentially more buildings. But on that note, that'll wrap up today's video. Leave your suggestions down in the comments. But thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Yep.